We made over $37,000 in 1 month laser cutting, and in this video we are going to tell you exactly how we did it. For those of you that are new to this channel, my name is Catherine.
And I'm Brandon.
And we run our own laser cutting business out of our home. We share our experiences on this channel to help others grow and start their own laser cutting businesses. Let's get right into it. Yes, we made over $37,000 in 1 month laser cutting, but first we want to give you a little bit of a backstory on our progress over the years.
So in 2020, when we were just starting our laser business, Kath was still working full-time, and I was working from home as well. And we did $8,000 in our first month. And at that time, I told her, just go ahead and quit your job. Let's really try to apply ourselves to this because $8,000 in 1 month to us was a ton of money at that time. And it still is, $8,000 is a lot. But we have since doubled our money and even tripled that. So in 2021, we did $15,000, so nearly doubled that first year. And I was like, wow, okay, this is really coming along. But for 2022, we were like, all right, we've done super well thus far in 2020 and 2021 respectively. There's a little bit of pressure, albeit applied by ourselves, to really try to outdo ourselves in 2022. We're happy to say that, we did $37,000 in a 1 month span, which was unbelievable, and we were very proud of that. All right, but how did we get to that $37,000 mark in 1 month? Let's tell you how we did it right now. So it's no secret that yes, we do sell some digital files, but actually 91% of that $37,000 came from physical product this year. So 91%, and bear with me here, I want to get the exact number, comes out to $33,875 in physical product, which leaves $3,367 for digital items, for a grand total of $37,242 from November 4th to December 4th. So yes, we were slamming during that time, and it was pretty crazy because if you guys have followed us, you know that we actually moved during that time as well. So we did all that revenue in 1 month, and we were packing our house, showing our house for showings, and we ended up moving during that time span. What I'm also most proud about is during that time span, we had 16 days over $1,000. That may not sound like a ton of money on paper, but what I'm most proud of is that consistency. So, before in the past, I remember in 2021, we might have had maybe like 3 $1,000 days. Well, this time we had 16 $1,000 days. And also what I'm most proud of is that we just didn't have, one post like go viral from someone that had 1 million followers or something like that, which gave us 1 day of crazy, crazy high sales. It was just really good consistency, and I think that speaks volumes. So we didn't just get lucky, we had day in and day out where we were doing $1,000 days. And then our lowest day, and it's still decent money, we had $300, and I believe that was on Thanksgiving Day. That was our absolute lowest day during that time, which kind of makes sense because, people are with their families and making turkeys and everything and not necessarily focused on shopping on that particular day. So that was our low with $300, which I thought is still a good day in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, we had 16 $1,000 days, and anytime you're making $1,000 a day, in my opinion, that is fantastic money.
Okay. What made up our physical item sales? Going into the fall season, we had a few previous bestsellers that we were certain would bring in a lot of revenue for us, but to our surprise, they did not perform like we thought they would. Now, 1 or 2 did not perform well, but we had a few other items that completely blew us out of the water that was completely unexpected. And we managed to get a couple of those into bestsellers, which really propelled us forward. Just like in previous years, we had a couple of bestsellers. So in 2020, we had 2, in 2021, we had 2, and in 2022, we had 2 bestsellers. Of course, we sold a variety of other items, and we were able to get a few large corporate orders, which gave us a couple of record days of over $2,500 in a single day. And that really just increased our bottom line, and it was pretty easy money. Now, we are not going to reveal exactly what we sold and how much of each that we sold because that's something of a company secret, and we've just worked really hard over the years to figure out what works and what doesn't.
All right, so let's talk about marketing. Now this year with marketing, we put a lot more time, energy, and resources into marketing our products, and that equated to dollars as well, meaning dollars spent. So in years past, we've done a few dollars here and there on Etsy to try to boost our products, and this is particular for Etsy. I'm gonna start with that. But I think a lot of people miss out on the fact that if you just put $1 or $2 on a particular listing on Etsy, you're not really gonna get the prime placement that you need. So you might be surprised how much money you need to put as your cap for the day in order to get prime placement. Sometimes it might need to be $100 or $200 or more dollars per day. And I do want to preface that and say, just a reminder, because I think some people get confused, that doesn't necessarily mean that you spend $200 a day. You only spend money on Etsy if someone clicks on your ad. So that's one of the benefits of how Etsy does their advertising, is if you click on it, then yes, you spend the money. But if more people are clicking on your listing, that means they're probably going to be more apt to buy that listing. One other area that we did focus on, and I did this manually, was post our products on different social media websites. That did occupy a little bit more time than I would have liked. So that's something I know we can improve on in general. We didn't really do a ton of email marketing. That's something that I want to work towards this year in particular with 2023. And also in marketing, we just did everything online. We didn't go to any type of markets or events. In years past, we did that, but just with everything going on, we didn't actually go out into the field and set up a booth like we have in years past, just because we have 2 kids now and we were moving and doing all that. We just didn't have the time nor the energy really to try to pick up shop, load everything, unload everything. We were just doing so good online alone that we didn't feel the need to have to go to markets. And I'm not saying that we're not going to or that they are profitable. That is just one avenue that potentially in the future we might seek more of for marketing purposes. We did do pretty well with just word of mouth with our customer base that's local. We had some realtors, we had some people who worked in mortgage, in banks, get gifts for their customers, and word of mouth really helped boost our sales as well. While it wasn't a ton, any additional dollars from word of mouth are sales that we wouldn't have gotten. So that also helped to boost our bottom line. Just word of mouth marketing is very powerful.
What we plan to do different in 2023. After seeing the success with corporate orders, we would like to put more time and energy into acquiring more of those. Now, while the price per item isn't as high because they're bulk orders, the time it takes to fulfill each order isn't all that great because the design is typically the same thing over and over and over again. Another change that we would like to see this year is to start preparing earlier, believe it or not. So we started preparing back in August and September as much as we could, but we just realized that we need to prepare even sooner for all the generic items and the non-custom items so that we can stockpile as much as we can. So we're gonna do that a lot sooner this year. Finally, another change we would like to see is to hire at least one employee to help package our orders and help with the finishing process as well. We just realized that if we want to grow our business, we need more than just us 2 working on it. That, and plus we are welcoming our 3rd child in 2023, so the less stress that we have on the business, the less stress that we have on us.
All right, so final thoughts here. Now, on paper, and maybe even this video, it may seem like this all happened very easily. I don't want you guys to think that it didn't happen without a lot of hard work. Because there was some days during that very, very busy time, and especially during the move, where I got up at like 4 a.m. and started the laser, and we ran the laser pretty much all day. And the same time, Catherine was staying up late, sometimes midnight till 2 a.m., packaging orders and designing orders for me to run for the next morning. So it was some long days, but we did all that while moving and taking care of 2 kids and packing up the house. So if we could do that, just the 2 of us, with all that going on, and still run a successful business, you can too.
If you would like to see more content on how to grow or start your own laser cutting business, please like this video and subscribe for future content. And if you are interested in buying your own Glowforge machine, I have a discount code in the description box below on where you can get up to $500 off on your own machine. If you have any questions about Glowforge, Thunder, or just laser cutting in general, please comment below. We are always happy to help. And we also have a Facebook group called Students of the Forge, where we talk about all things laser cutting. Please go ahead and join that group in the description box below. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you soon.